afternoon and welcome to this 2010 Aurora University Commencement Ceremony. Please stand as you are able as Dr. Joe Dunham, Professor of Philosophy and Senior Fellow of the Wackerland Center for Faith and Action, delivers our invocation.
O Holy One, known by many names, heard in many voices, we invoke your presence with us this day as we celebrate the accomplishments of those who will receive diplomas, of those who begin new chapters in their lives, and of those we honor. We invoke your blessing upon all of these. We're thankful for all of those who have supported them in their work, in the classroom, at home, and on the way. Teachers who have given of themselves in ways that will only be understood with the passage of time. Families who have sacrificed much. Friends who learned from them and taught them as only peers can. We're grateful for goals achieved, expectations fulfilled, and tasks finally completed. For friendship deepened by work done together. For the exhilaration of learning. Give us all clear sight to see not only what is, but what ought to be. Give us courageous wills to do that which is right, compassionate hearts that we may serve with generosity of spirit. Enable us to savor beauty, to cherish human affections, and to live with hope. Even as today we celebrate accomplishment, may we continue to seek wisdom. Amen.
Please be seated. Oh, what a great looking class. And happy Mother's Day. We gathered this afternoon as family, friends, and colleagues, as faculty, staff, and trustees to celebrate the achievements of AU students who have completed their degrees. We applaud their tenacity, and we toast their willingness to balance all kinds of responsibilities in fulfillment of their dreams. They are our daughters and sons, our fathers, mothers, sisters, and brothers, our best friends, our soulmates. They are our students, and we are very proud of you. So on behalf of the Aurora University community, I'm pleased to bring greetings and to welcome you to this 2010 commencement ceremony. As an independent institution of higher learning, AU is governed by a board of trustees. We rely upon the wisdom, generosity, and dedication of our trustees to perpetuate our mission over time. They shape the university's values. They safeguard our mission. They breathe life into our vision for the future. They also cheer for the Spartans, root against Benedictine. We beat them in the finals of the softball game, so it's on to the NCAA once again. Like you, they hunt for parking places. They support the annual fund, and they attend innumerable committee meetings, concerts, and plays. Dr. Calvin R. Myers is a 1964 graduate of Aurora College and serves currently as chair of the Board of Trustees. After a distinguished undergraduate career as a student and an athlete, Cal earned advanced degrees from the University of Chicago and Northern Illinois University. He returned to the campus to teach in the Department of Economics and Business and then left the classroom briefly for a successful career in banking. Now Dr. Myers has come full circle and is pleased to bring greetings on behalf of the Board of Trustees.
Thank you, Dr. Sherrick. They are a handsome bunch. They really are. And we do root against Benedictine. We are there for you when you need us. I am absolutely convinced that there are few events on any college campus that really rival or are exciting as commencement. And as an AU student and former faculty member, I know firsthand the joy of completing another academic year and celebrating the achievements of you, our graduates. So on behalf of the university's Board of Trustees, many of them sitting down in the front row here, I am pleased to bring heartfelt greetings and congratulations to this occasion. This afternoon, we pay tribute to educational excellence, hard work, discipline, and perseverance. Some of you completed your degrees while working full or part-time, or while balancing family and university commitments. Others among you distinguish yourselves on diamonds, fields, or courts, or combine classroom learning with chorus and play performances, community volunteerism, campus leadership, and internships. As trustees, we salute your dedication, applaud your accomplishments, and expect big things of you in the future. And honestly, the only piece of advice I would dare give you on this day would be to you, to your family and friends, enjoy this day and savor this moment. We wish you nothing but the best of luck and abundant success in pursuit of your dreams. And please come back to see us.
Each year, the university presents the Spartan Award to an outstanding member of the graduating class. Candidates for the award embody our commitment to character and scholarship and our core values of integrity, citizenship, continuous learning, and excellence. Andrew Price is the 2010 recipient of the Spartan Award. He is a candidate for the Bachelor of Arts degree with a major in management and will share comments in behalf of his class.
Thanks, Will. So, there are over 500 chairs here today, filled with educated minds eager to graduate and make the most of themselves in their own unique way. You have dealt with a mix of countless papers, tests, nervous presentations, like the one I'm giving now, long athletic practices, a full-time job, and even caring for your loved ones. You have all earned this day to celebrate with those that make you laugh, make you live, and today even make you cry. But before we get into all that mushy stuff, there is an idea I would like to share with you today. An idea that took me an entire 4 years to realize. An idea that connects every chair here today, and those standing, to every achievement honored at graduation. This simple idea is practiced by all of us, whether we know it or not. It is called servant leadership. This often confusing term simply means that to lead, one must serve others. That is to say, as one's responsibility grows, the responsibility to serve others, not the other way around. This type of leader can create numerous material results just for a glimpse of spiritual reward. Parents, also known as the ultimate servant leader, you have served your son or daughter their entire life. You gave us repetitive lectures about going to college, asked us repeatedly, "Got a job yet?" and to remind us to stop asking for gas money every time we happen to run into you. Remember the numerous memories during the holidays when we were little? You dedicated hours upon hours of time scurrying about for the right gifts, wrapping them, hiding them where we couldn't find them, having to unwrap one and rushing all the way back to Walmart because you got the wrong size, hurrying home, rewrapping it, and placing it under the tree. However, In the morning, when our faces light up, some big guy in the red suit takes all the credit. But you made all those sacrifices just to witness this day, even if it is a few brief seconds of hearing your child's name as they receive their degree, and also to hear them say, "Mom, Dad, I did it." Professors, you have molded our minds with your knowledge and experience. We now have the skills to fulfill our objective in the career world. You inspired us to do something we see as a passion and not work. And you also understood why we hated night classes and how we sometimes got you to make that last final into a take-home, which I thank you. AU staff, you are the behind-the-scenes crew that we often take for granted. All of your dedication and hard work has set each student up for success. Students will probably not be lining outside your office after this to praise your role on campus, but you do it anyways. You do all these things just to see us have a great college experience. And seniors, can't forget about you. Even we are servant leaders on campus. I have seen you help tutor, volunteer at numerous events, lead Spartan cheers at AU-BU games, and contribute your own ideas to this university. There is not much credit given to these tasks, but it continues to happen every single year. All of these servant leader roles together have helped us get to this point. For once this day is to give credit where it is deserved. So today, I want to say thank you on behalf of the 500 chairs here today to you for being servant leaders, for being an example to us. And congratulations, class of 2010. You've earned it. Thank you.
Gwinnetta Edwards enrolled at Aurora College in 1972, but left the campus before completing her studies. Later today, she will receive her bachelor's degree along with other members of the class of 2010. Recently, Gwynn was elected to the university's Board of Trustees. She is joined today by members of her family, and I am pleased to welcome her to the podium.
I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Good afternoon to Dr. Sherrick, my fellow graduates, friends, family, Board of Trustees, and distinguished guests. It is indeed an honor to be here today. I came to Aurora University, at that time Aurora College, by way of Chicago. It was my high school English teacher who pointed me in this direction. She made us fill out forms and applications that was necessary for us to attend college. Even though I had plans of my own to attend college, she got the ball rolling. It was for a grade. She had us to fill out to apply to at least 5 colleges. Well, after being accepted to a few of those, I wanted to visit Aurora University. She told me to go downtown Chicago to Union Station, get on the Burlington Northern, head west, and get off at the end of the line. Well, after being accepted at AU, this became my home for 4 years. If you only do what you know you can do, you never do very much. That's a quote by Tom Krause, a motivational speaker. I want to just share with you one of the many things that helped shape me as a person. Years ago, while living in California, my husband ran basketball camps. I was his assistant, or gopher. I had to do things that he told me to do. The job was pretty easy. Just whatever he said, I went and did it. I made sure it was done. After doing that for a few years, I became good at my job. I would even do things before he said do them. I was feeling pretty good about myself. Until one day, one of his coaches had an emergency and had to leave. He said, "Gwinnetta, I need you to take this team." I said, okay. I did. Everything was fine. The game was going on. The teams were getting up and down the court. I was standing at the head of the bench, and I felt pretty important. Until one day, one of the coaches had an emergency, had to leave. I said that. Sorry. But anyway, after the coach left, and I was standing there, it was going well. A timeout was called by the other coach, not by me. The team rushed over to the bench eagerly, and they were looking at me, and it was about as quiet as it is right now. I could hear a pin drop. After what seemed about an hour, and as you know, timeouts last about a minute, but it seemed like an hour to me. I sat there and I was so unprepared. The buzzer went on and the team resumed the play, and I felt so inadequate. I vowed to myself that I would never be unprepared again for something that I was around for most of my life. I played in high school. I was even a Lady Spartan here at Aurora University. I started to study the game. I read books. I no longer sat in the spectator section in the high bleachers. I sat at floor level. I tried to sit behind the bench to listen to the coaches' strategies of how, what, when, and what was the game. I tried to decipher it. Well, after learning the game, I went on to become a referee, officiating at all levels. I later became a college basketball coach, being named Coach of the Year 3 times. If only I knew this back when I played. I hope that you see now what I see today. If only you do what you know you can do, you never do very much. There are many words that describe character. I wanted to share with you 3. Courage, facing difficulties without fear. Doing something knowing that you can fail. Teams do it all the time. They go out to play a game. They have no idea if they're going to win that game or not. They could either stay at home and never play, or they can go out and take the chance. I use sports for that analogy, but you can plug anything into that. Integrity, doing right when no one else is looking. This is one of my biggest ones. Anyone can look well in the public's eye. It's when you're in the privacy of your own home, privacy of your own dorm room, at your job, in your cubicle, wherever. No one else is there. What decision will you make? Transparency, being who you are right down to your very core, being the same inside as you are that you present on the outside. Finally, I would like to attempt to thank a few people. I first thank God for allowing me to be here, for allowing me to come through AU. It's a beautiful place. I've been around a lot of places. I've had children to go to college. They've graduated. I've been to their schools. Believe me, this is a beautiful place. I'd like to thank my mother for teaching me to be the very best that you can be, no matter what you're doing, no matter how big, no matter how small. I'd like to thank my husband for loving me and supporting me in everything that I do. I thank my children for making me be a better person because I've had to practice what I preach. And they love me just because I'm their mom. I'd like to thank Dr. Sherrick. I thank you very much. And finally, I'd like to thank you, each and every one of you, for allowing me to face my fear. Thank you.
In higher education, an honor is bestowed upon faculty who have served an institution for a long time in a successful and illustrious career. This year, we are sad to see a number of our faculty going into the next phase of their careers in the form of retirement, but we are very glad to honor them today. We give special recognition to these individuals who are transitioning from positions of regular faculty to emeriti faculty. The background information on these members of the faculty is provided in the program. And so what I'd like you to do is to join me in honoring these individuals as they stand. They have been granted emeriti status by the Board of Trustees. Dr. Joe Dunham, Dr. John Godinez, Dr. Susan Palmer, Dr. Ronald Raymer, Dr. Susan Ross, Dr. Richard Westfall, and Dr. Janet Llanos. Several years ago, the Leadership Service Award was established by the Board of Trustees to pay tribute to members of the faculty and staff who exemplify the university's core values of integrity, citizenship, continuous learning, and excellence. In 2004, the award was rechristened the Tony Olenek Leadership Service Award in memory of a professor who served first on the faculty of George Williams College in Downers Grove, Illinois, and later as a member of the psychology department at Aurora University. During his many years of service, Tony distinguished himself as a colleague, mentor, teacher, and friend. This year, Aurora University honors someone who had little idea when he walked on campus in 1984 that he would still be such a vital part of the Aurora University community 26 years later. Throughout his time at AU, the recipient has demonstrated outstanding commitment to serving students, both current and prospective, in his dual capacity as men's head basketball coach and director of freshman admission. During his tenure as head basketball coach, he has amassed the most wins in Aurora University men's basketball history. He has led the men's program to the NCAA Division III playoffs on 8 occasions and was named Northern Illinois-Iowa Conference Coach of the Year 4 times. Under his direction, the Office of Admissions has admitted more freshmen and tripled the freshman class in size, while the academic profile of the class has continued to move dramatically higher. The entering 2010 class exceeded 400 students for the first time in the university's history. In recognition of his extraordinary contributions to the lives of students, coaches, colleagues, and the community, and in honor of his dedication to the values of integrity, citizenship, continuous learning, and excellence, Aurora University names James Lancaster as the 2010 recipient of the Tony Olenek Leadership Service Award. In 1976, the institution's most prestigious faculty award was established by a former dean of Aurora College in memory of his father. Upon his own death years later, the award was renamed to recognize the accomplishments of both father and son. This award has served to recognize the finest work of Aurora University faculty in their roles as teachers, mentors, and transformative scholars. This year's recipient will provide remarks at the honors convocation next spring. As the university's chief academic officer, I am pleased to present the Marcus and Mark H. Trumbo Excellence in Teaching Award to a deserving member of the AU faculty. This year's recipient is Dr. Renee Franiuk.
This afternoon, we are privileged to recognize the achievements of a gifted entrepreneur and philanthropist. I invite Ted Pargy, Executive Vice President for University Advancement, and Provost Andrew Mannion to escort Sue Jin to the podium for conferral of the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
Today, we honor a former Aurora College student whose courage and exemplary accomplishment set her apart. Throughout her distinguished career, she has embraced excellence, hard work, even in the face of adversity, and a strong desire to serve society. We are proud to recognize Su Ling Jin, tireless entrepreneur, successful innovator, inspiring leader. Born and raised on the east side of Aurora, Su Jin was the youngest child of two immigrants from China who started a popular Chinese restaurant on Broadway in Aurora, the Paradise Inn. When Su Jin was only 10, her father passed away unexpectedly, and her older brother took over the restaurant at age 19. Su Jin had to work hard after school and on weekends, but still managed to earn a high school diploma at East Aurora High School. After graduation, she attended Aurora College for one semester and then transferred to DePaul University and moved to Chicago. An unexpected illness forced her to leave DePaul and work full-time to pay medical expenses. She went on to become a preeminent and legendary entrepreneur. In 1983, she founded the Flying Food Group Incorporated and remains as founder and chief executive officer. Flying Food Group today serves more than 55 airlines, primarily international, as well as numerous retail partners utilizing its 17 U.S. production facilities and one in Shanghai, China. During the 1990s and 2000s, Su Jin became involved in philanthropic and civic affairs while diversifying her business interests, which include real estate management and development. She leads New Management Limited and Haymarket Square Associates. Su Jin serves on numerous boards. They include the Exelon Corporation, the Field Museum, Commonwealth Edison Company, DePaul University, the Chicago Community Trust, the Chicago Botanical Gardens, Rush University Medical Center, Prostate Cancer Foundation, the Foundation for the National Archives in Washington, D.C., Serve Air, the catering arm of Air France, and the William G. McGowan Charitable Fund Incorporated, which honors her late husband, Bill, the founder of MCI. She is also president and director of the Su Ling Jin Charitable Fund. An Aurora native born into one of the few Chinese households in the area in the 1940s, Su Jin has amassed a remarkable record of business accomplishments and contributions to society. In recognition of her inspiring civic involvement and her devotion to entrepreneurial excellence, the Board of Trustees of Aurora University, with the enthusiastic support of the faculty and administration, is proud to award Su Ling Jin the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, on this day, 9th day of May, 2010.
Su Jin, as the 13th president of Aurora University, I am pleased to award to you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters and to grant to you all of the privileges, responsibilities, and honors thereto appertaining. Congratulations, Dr. Jin.
Good afternoon. First, I want to acknowledge several key members of Aurora University's leadership team. Dr. Calvin Myers, Chair of the Board of Trustees, your President, Dr. Rebecca Sherrick, your Provost, Dr. Andrew Mannon, and Ted Parge, Executive Vice President for Advancement. You have a wonderful team. I also want to acknowledge the graduates. Today is your day. And their parents, no more tuition, and families, and all the members of the Aurora University community. I am gratified to be here today and to receive an honorary doctorate of humane letters from Aurora University, which I attended for one semester after graduating from East Aurora High School. This is a nurturing and effective institution that enhances the lives and the future prospects of many Illinois area students, including many from Aurora here. Actually, my family has benefited directly from this fine university. My nephew, Phil Kingsbury, earned a BA in history here. My grandniece, Carrie Oros, attended Aurora for both her undergraduate and her master's in social work. And Carrie's husband, Sebastian, received his degrees here as well. Aurora University correctly defines its place as a transformative place for students. It is a proven launchpad for motivated students eager to apply their knowledge in real-world situations. As an entrepreneur who learned on the job, I know the experience that using your talent and knowledge to serve others is a path to success. When you put others first, success will follow. Aurora is my home base, the place that I was born and raised. My mother and father were immigrants from China who settled here. My parents supported their family by running a small Chinese-American restaurant. My father worked 6 days a week, night and day, in that restaurant. And on Mondays, he would work on the books and serve as our family's chef. My mother stayed home to care for my sister, my brother, and me. She helped him when she could, but she loved gardening and she was more of a homebody. A devoted gardener, she oversaw a masterful vegetable garden that was a joy to behold, and also put healthy, affordable meals on the family table. My dad died when I was 10. My life changed dramatically. My uncle ran the restaurant and I began working there after school and on weekends. In those formative years, I learned a lot about hard work, teamwork, and customer service. These life lessons carried me to many interesting places in the years that followed. My family always stayed fairly close to the Chinese community. In fact, when I moved to Chicago at the age of 19 to go to DePaul University, the only place in the Windy City that I had ever gone was Chinatown. And that was just a few times. Determined to put myself through school, I got a job as a hostess at Trader Vic's, a Polynesian restaurant in the Palmer House Hotel. And when I was not studying for my classes or working to pay for them, I just walked the city and recalled being so impressed by the feeling of adventure just around the corner and the possibilities. We all heard that life is what happens when you're making plans. It's true. An unexpected illness ended my college career. I dropped out of school to work full-time to pay my medical bills. There was zero health insurance for college students in those days. Seems hard to believe now, but it was true. I tried several possible careers, from a Playboy bunny to advancing to the only female insurance agent in a big downtown Chicago agency. And I was good at sales. I could see negotiations from all viewpoints. My full-time real estate career actually started with a deal in Aurora. I was home visiting. My brother mentioned that an old, lovely building in our neighborhood was scheduled for demolition to make way for a Shell gas station. I said to my brother, "That's a great old building." Together, we made a plan. Move it, rehab it, and rent it out. We bought a lot elsewhere in Aurora for $1,000 and advised Shell that we would take the house off their hands and save them the cost of demolition and hauling. We got it for free, that's the good price. And then paid $3,000 to move that house onto our own lot. The bank enabled us to convert it into a 6-flat, and we rapidly paid off the loan and earned back our investment. This creative recycling convinced me that I had good instincts when it came to real estate. Back in Chicago, I joined a real estate agency and began marketing and selling condominiums. I lived simply and invested my savings in Chicago real estate. I believe that bricks and mortar really appreciated while you were sleeping. Eventually, along with investing in more properties of my own, I founded a real estate sales and development company, and I invested in a couple of restaurants, one called Cafe Bernard. I still own that restaurant today. My French partner, Bernard Lecoq, and I, at the restaurant, visited with one of our suppliers. It was a bread company, and the bread company was going out of business. So we decided what we would do is to take over this bread company. And I learned as much about bread and the processing of bread and the delivering of bread as I could. Bernard and I often shopped for wholesale produce in what was then Skid Row, just west of Chicago's Loop. I wondered why the area had not been gentrified. It was so close to the action. I could look up into the sky and see the Sears Tower. At the produce market, people were discussing a large parcel of property tied up in legal battles between heirs. I believed in the potential of the neighborhood, so I put together an investment group, consulted with legal and tax experts about an obsolete state law that was preventing the transfer of this parcel. Then I went down to Springfield and was successful, excuse me, went down to Springfield and succeeded in getting the legislature to change the outdated law. Back in Chicago, the bankruptcy judge accepted our group's offer because the new law permitted this sale. Those West Loop properties form the basis of my real estate management company today. They have increased greatly in value as the neighborhood has prospered and gentrified. And then one day I was riding on an airplane from Washington, D.C. to Chicago, and I was served a frozen sweet roll, and I owned a bakery. So I wrote the chairman of the board of the airline and said that I could help him with his products on the airline. And since I was a Chicago baking company and he was a Chicago airline, I thought that I could really perform a great service. The CEO then contacted the president, and I won the bid. The problem was that I had a zero track record in airline catering, but I had convinced that CEO that I too had the right to fail, knowing that he could immediately hire a more seasoned caterer if I faltered, and he took that chance on me. That was in 1983. I obtained a bank loan, established a catering kitchen, founded my airline catering company, Flying Food Group. I thought long and hard about what would work before essentially turning airline meals upside down. I found inspiration in my Aurora upbringing and a mother who valued fresh and healthy food. Instead of frozen foods that were bland and resembled TV dinners, I arranged to store and provide passenger meals centering on fresh fruit, sliced turkey and chicken, crisp salads. This was feasible because the airline flew very short routes, and we could keep the food fresh and cool in the belly of the airplane. We even presented each passenger a meal in a shiny black box tied with a cord. It made the passengers feel like they were getting a gift and helped to brand the airline as contemporary and upscale. The meals we featured were the kinds of food people want today, except that was 27 years ago. Word of our creativity and the popularity of our new approach to passengers inspired larger airlines to contact the Flying Food Group. I thought long and hard about the best way to support a measured expansion that would assure our future. I decided to concentrate on international airlines landing in the U.S. and restocking for long flights across the ocean or across continents. I reasoned that they would need more extensive meal service than the domestic airlines and would be willing to pay for gourmet passenger dining. I believe that French cuisine set the bar on excellent. I went to France and persuaded Servair, the catering arm of Air France, to be my partner. I opened the second catering kitchen at O'Hare International Airport in 1980. My partnership with Servair has endured and helped fuel my success. Currently, Flying Food Group partners with Servair in 5 gateway cities, where we recently opened a $35 million new kitchen. Flying Food Group today is a world leader in airline catering. We service over 55 airlines, primarily international, from 17 kitchens, and our customers include Air France, Air India, British Airways, Etihad, Singapore Airlines, Swiss, and many more. Our 2009 revenues exceeded $320 million, and we have 3,200 employees worldwide. After a decade, I decided to diversify because I was feeling uncomfortable depending on a single and fairly volatile industry. I launched a retail division that now services sandwiches, salads, parfaits, and side dishes for retail partners, including Starbucks from coast to coast and 7-Eleven. It was a successful idea, and we have had a wonderful year. We have opened with a name brand product called Sano Parfaits, and they will be in your grocery stores very shortly. Entrepreneurship is in my blood, just as Aurora is in my heart. Today, I remain at the helm of the Flying Food Group as its CEO. I operate the company on a team-based model where openness fosters creative decisions and the chain of command ensures accountability and feedback. I am fortunate to have a great upper management team and on-site managers, along with willing employees who give it their all. But no matter how my world is expanded, it always comes back to home, where I learned about good food, customer service, hard work, and where I learned to have the courage of my convictions to act on them after I did the research. There are still many opportunities in our fast-paced world, and I believe that you are in the right place at the right time. I know you work hard here at Aurora. You will make yourselves and your families proud. I hope that my story has demonstrated that intuition plus hard work and creative risk-taking can lead to great success. Thank you so much for inviting me here today, and thank you for this honor. Thank you so much.
What do you think? Shall we go on? All right. Men and women of the class of 2010, You have traveled different roads to a common destination. In a few minutes, we will confer your degrees, read your names, and present your diplomas. In these moments, we will mark the conclusion of one chapter in your lives and the beginning of another. First, however, I invite you to stand. Thank you. And to join me in thanking the many people who enabled you to be here today, the faculty, staff, family, and friends who nurtured your educational aspirations. President Sherrick, I present to you the 2010 graduating class eligible for Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and Bachelor of Social Work degrees. Each has met all academic requirements, or will do so later this summer. All have been approved by the faculty and the Board of Trustees, and thus are now eligible to receive their degrees.
Okay, here's the big part. As president of Aurora University, I now confer upon you the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and Bachelor of Social Work. Do you guys want me to start over with that Bachelor of Arts part? In accordance with the requirements that you have completed. And I grant to you all of the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations.
Graduates, you may now move your tassels from the right side to the left of your cap. I ask all graduates, except those in the front row, to sit down and to come forward as I read your names.
I'm going to keep Gwinnettas right here,
Okay.
so it's...
That's good.
You know what she is, the one.
Michael, are we on? Yes. Michael W. Abel. Alicia Ajiwa Aboyje. Daniel Thomas Albrecht. Rubicilia Alcaraz. Renee Catherine Allen. Juliana Alvarez. Evelyn Amaya. Meredith L. Ement. Stephanie Nicole Anda. Dana Ann Anderson. Matthew Ryan Anklam. Anna Arroyo. Danny Daniel Arroyo. Anthony Ray Baker. Josh Baker. Adriana Baines. Mateo C. Barron. Amber Christine Bauman. Brandy Joe Beadle. Michelle Lynn Bedner. Sharon Marie Bergfeld. Jenna Marie Bergman. Robin Michelle Berkery. Missy Ann Berry. Kathleen Mary Elizabeth Biedrin. Mindy Teresa Bilter. Nikesha Vernell Black. Leslie R. Blanchard. Anne Mary Blaze. Raymond W. Burrow. Kristen Marie Bragg. Stephen James Brower. Kara Morgan Brower. Stephen Paul Brummel. Imani Leah Burks. Ashley Nicole Bushy. Craig William Busking. Karen Elizabeth Butler. Robin Bird. Carly Joe Caldwell. Orlando Uriel Sereno. Deanna Cheryl Childress. Megan Lynn Cinto. Christine Marie Cintula. Patricia S. Close. Stephanie Judith Clow. Chelsea Marie Cocaine. Emily Beth Coddington. Ashley Marie Cornelison. Jessica Correa. Sarah Krintz. Allison A. Crouch. Mary Patricia Cummings. Brittany Triana Davis. Elizabeth Michelle Dottie. Veronica Latisse Davis. Alyssa Whitney Decker. Taria L. Dees. Cody Dane DeGrush. Miguel Angel Delgadillo. Sorry. Sarah Rosemary Devine. Caitlin Elise Deppel. Alicia Marie Doherty. Charles Douglas. Derek Levon Douglas. Nicholas James Drahos. William C. Drozdik IV. Karen Marie Duncan. Cynthia Dice. Gwynetta Edwards. Sasha Nicole Elias. Lauren Mikkel Irves. Cameron A. Felker. Thomas Bruce Ferguson. Jessica Morgan Fiorini. Clara Azucena Fleites Fils. Nicole Elizabeth Fitzgerald. Samantha Nicole Fleming. Margarita Flores. Ashley Colleen Franson. Nicole Marie Frazier. Mark David Freeman. Patrick Kenneth Funk. Maria Elaine Gallegos. Ricardo Gallegos. Kendra Elizabeth Ganser. Megan Therese Geim. David Raymond Jeziakowski. Jocelyn A.S. Gillette. Matthew Robert Gillingham. Jennifer Nicole Ginter. Marcus Daniel Gedkin. Amber S. Getz. Nicole Lynn Getz. Michael Matt Guarino. Alex Annette Gunderson. Susan M. Gunter. Elizabeth Ann Gust. Lisa Veronica Guzman. Adam Knapp Haas. Ryan Philip Habercorn. Dustin Lloyd Haygood. Jacqueline Michelle Hengel. Carissa R. Hansen. Paul Todd Hamaker. Ashley Megan Harper. Amber Marie Harper. Robert Alfred Hauge III. Jennifer Lynn Haupt. Ashley Sue Hebert. Megan Kathleen Helgeth. Clifton Mark Hempstead. Jason Spencer Hoke. Matthew David Holmes. Delana Honorable. Elizabeth Ann Horosco. Richard Adam Howell. Tony Lyndon Howell II. Aubrey Jean Huseman. Ellen Elizabeth Hunkler. Samantha Ingram. Morgan Elizabeth Jaquette. April Margaret James. Kelsey S. Jorstad. William Casey Kalis. Kyle Lynch Capusta. Amy Renee Carl. Katrina Allison Coucher. Jennifer Elizabeth Keenan. Mackenzie Brooke Allen Kirby. John Andrew Kessig. Adrian Kibierza. Allison Marie Kornick. Cameron Marshall Coslow. Drew Ann Kresick. Thomas Michael Kress. Lucas R. Cripple. Alessandra Helen Ruth Kusinski. Dawn Beams Ladzinski. Ryan Daniel Lesh. Rachel Elizabeth Lansky. Marcus Dior Lee. Matthew Lee. Emily Jo Lear. Brianna Nicole Leland. Casey Michael Lemberg. Natalie A. Levita. Katie M. Lewis. Anne Carolyn Lind. Mary Elizabeth Lindsay. Erica Nicole Lolling. Christina Amy Lorenzana. Catherine Elizabeth Lunsford. Caitlin Marie Lusso. Dustin Tyler McGee. Chase Whitmire Mako. Allison R. Martin. Brianna Lynn Martin. Elise Nicole Mashburn. Emily Catherine Mattei. Kathleen L. McAndrew. Marcus Kyle McCann. Amira Rashida McCoy. Kelly Ann McDonough. Charlamar Elise McGowan. Molly Melinda McQueen. Whitney Rose McManus. Maxine S. McReynolds. Anna Sitlalit Mejia Espino. Cole Edward Meyer. Adrian Mikan. Erica Montanez. Filcy P. Mulial, sorry. Rachel Elizabeth Morrison. Brian Murphy. Stephen Paul Mizek. Stephanie April Nanfria. Todd Edward Newton. Matthew James Nielsen. Nicole Ray Niles. Jessica Iris Novicus. Jessica Nicole Null. Yuri Ocampo. Lilia Okan. Sarah Catherine Olson. Christine Ann Oslansky. Matthew Leonard Pace. Tom Panagopoulos. Michelle Ann Patch. Jacqueline Page Paulson. Kristen Marie Pira. Abigail M. Peters. Nicoya Janai Perez. Shannon Marie Phillips. Patrick E. Pironi. Lindsay Catherine Pilmer. Stephanie Ann Piszczek. Kiamaya Cherise Pittman. Kristen Lydia Pope. Andrew James Price. Danny Prophet Jr. Jessica Nicole Quaver. Courtney Lynn Ram. Hannah Elizabeth Rankin. Kristen Denise Rossick. Carly Lynn Ryle. Drew William Reynolds. Patrina S. Rice. Jody Lynn Richardson. Isaac LaShawn Ricks. Monica Marie Reese. Jenny Lee Rizzo. Jessica Margaret Roberson. Don William Robinson. Lance David Robinson. Concepcion Abraham Rodello. Jacqueline M. Roden. Michael Gregory Roiniotis. Daniel Patrick Rollison. Susan Ross. Rodrigo Alberto Ruiz. Dana Marie Sadowski. Stephen John Salazar. Christopher William Sanzeri. Ashley Nicole Saunders. Jacob Zachary Schluter. Raquel Barbara Schmitz. Erin Elizabeth Schrock. Eric J. Schultz. Diana Marie Shulo. Brandon Lamar Scott. Brian Michael Severson. Ambreen Shamim. Stephanie K. Schick. Melissa Ann Shoemaker. Allison Jean Shapinski. Jamie Lynn Shord. Bradley Thomas Simmons. Brittany Latoya Sims. Zachary Justin Sitter. Laura Joyce Smith. Pamela Suzanne Smith. Devin Marie Snizuski. Tara Latrice Smith. Francisco Eduardo Soto. Michelle Soto. Priscilla Soto. Brittany J.T. Southworth. Gregory Daniel Sperry. Deborah Lynn Spica. Tom Soroka. Nicholas Scott Stambo. Emily Louise Steinway. I got it. Shawana Stiles. Sagan Lee Stroud. Reed William Sullivan. Lisa Nicole Zamlewski. Alan Tabakovic. Jamila Aisha Tate. Erica Lynn Torres. Kristen Lee Trenhale. Jennifer Lynn Trudeau. Christopher S. Tutt. Mary Fran Twait. Jason Ryan Unterborn. Mary Catherine Veroni. Kiki Vaughn. Christine Nicole Wagner. Amanda Beth Walden. Brooke Elizabeth Wantland. Roseanne Erna Marie Ward. Diane E. Waters. Anthony J. Wellner. Julie Ann Wenger. Amanda Pauline Whitecotton. Bradford C.H. Wicks. Brittany K. Wilkinson. Kaylin Nicole Wilson Bennett. Elianne Mary Ruth Wold. Melissa Lynn Wolford. Eric Allen Woosley. Nicole E. Wooten. Michelle Giobovon Zayarath. Bachelor of Science degrees. Melanie Leah Benson. Christina Elizabeth Katie Blair. Alexander J. Borough. Michael John Budzinski. Capricia Cartwright. Joshua Rodell Castaneda. Rachel Lee Cave. Daniel Contreras. Michael Martin DeVries. William Harry Engel. Alex Wayne France. Lori Ann Sahanchik Friedris. Alexander Jacob Gonzalez. Ashley Dawn Gooden. Sean Douglas Gorsline. Jason Richard Gray. Tricia Lynn Gregory. Ryan Eugene Hartline. Abraham Hernandez. Amanda Nicole Hertz. Luke Virgil Hurley. Jennifer Lynn Jarvis. Anna Elizabeth Colness. Matthew Colt Klein. Melissa Marie Kruger. Matthew Dean LeBall. Todd Allen Linder. Rebecca Ann Mantello. Katie Elizabeth McDaniels. Patricia Melikas. Leticia Morales. Andra Diana Murasan. Caitlin Danielle O'Brien. Gregory Charles Pankow. Rebecca K. Papke. Candace Carmia Perry. Kevin Michael Peters. Ryan P. Reeder. Leanne Marie Rorson. Leslie Hillen Senholtz. Heather Marie Sheedy. Kevin Jerome Shoemaker. Nidhi Singh. Eric Ryan Swanson. Brian Richard Sweeney. Scott Michael McGarry. Jessica Ann Tartaglione. Catherine Carol Tintori. Sierra Noel Tops. Kylie Nicole Torrance. Devin J. Vides. Megan Lee Valentine. Catherine Ann Wheeler. Nasri Diane Williams. Thomas Jacob Wolf. Jenks T. Roten. Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Samantha Rose Akers. Norma Angelica Amaro. Andrea McMenamin Arndt. Christian Buglatas. Christian Balagtas. Thank you. Gina Marie Becker Espinoza. Kimberly K. Bartz. Oscar Alejandro Medina. Samantha Brittany Blumenthal. Jennifer Marion Busking. Melissa Sue Boyer. Kelly Gilson Corsi. Margarita Eugenia Cozzoni. Melissa Marie Dewey. Jenna Lee Didi. Donna Marie DeSalvo. Anne Marie Ellsworth. Leslie Brooke Farwell. Gina Beth Gilbertson. Jessica Grant. Jennifer Ann Hayden. Dana Randolph Hall. Hannah Lee Heriges. Amanda R. Hills. Robin L. Horaz. Rachel Jean Innes. Cynthia Christine Long. Yesenia Lopez. Stephanie Marie Makey. Heather Marie Mano. Leanne Martins. Nancy Jean McCann. Diana G. Meza. Valerie Jean Mility. Jennifer Natalie Molinari. Catherine Mary Murphy. Elizabeth Ann Nelson. Zarmeen Noorani. Brittany Marie Obachowski. Tamaz Palashevitz. Teresa Bork-Paradowski. Anne Marie Sawyer. Jennifer Lee Schlag. Evelyn Janice Scott. Sarah J. Sims. Jillian Carol Smart. Christine Marie Smith. Catherine Grace Sundelski. Stephanie Marie St. George. Alicia Lauren Stark. Brittany Olivia Starrett. Christina Ann Swiderski. Sarah Rose Shizlinski. Ariel Christian Vandenorth. Donna Lee Veal. Tamara Lee Wilfong. Jessica Marie Williams. Sheena Insab Yunan. Bachelor of Social Work. Kristen M. Agnew. Melissa Aguirre. Gina Marie Alcobia. Michelle Lee Anderson. Courtney Joanne Ball. Phyllis Bellendier Domina. Valerie Nicole Bertolozzi. Deborah Marie Brisebois. Adam Julian Campos. Justine Simone Carter. Kelly Joe Chambers. Katie Lynn Cockrell. Lauren Ashley Cockrell. Jennifer Lee Fricky. Janet L. Geik. Joseph Liam Gibble Keenan. Bryn Ashley Golden. Lori Jean Grafton. Kelly Marie Grove. Lori A. Hilliker. Dominique Jackson. Elizabeth Clely Janvier. Wanda Jean Kember. That is one fancy wheel you got there. Thank you. Jennifer Quilico Liebforth. Marissa Mariel Lopez. Rachel Lynn Marrero. Danica Jusdal Murphy. Rosalinda Nino. Megan Renee Streck. Laura Allison Albrecht. Sherry E. Murray. Tabitha Carey Nordloff. Kiera Catherine Nudo. Brittany M. Pagon. Carrie Lynn Rayner. Sorsha Inez Ray. Jennifer Rendon. Heather Schultz. Clancy Francis Shanahan. Tori Lynn Smith. Christine Marie Steinhaus. Katie Lynn Sharzinski. Abigail Joy Vitkus. Jessica Joy Wernley. Carolyn Williams Hughes. Helen Renee Woodrum. And Kelly Louise Doyle.
Would the graduates please rise? You'll be happy to know that a charge is not one more bill. It's actually one more assignment. This afternoon, we celebrated your achievements as well as those of special members of the AU community. We also paid tribute to an exemplary entrepreneur. In these last few moments together, I hope you will allow me just one more story. It goes something like this. Long before the colonists rebelled against British rule, it's the entire course of American history, they built schools and colleges for their children. They were compelled by a belief in the power of learning. To teach, they understood, was to transform. In the century after the Revolution, the practice remained constant. As Americans pushed west, they set aside land for schools and for colleges. For them, the ideals of learning, liberty, and prosperity were intertwined. And these were the same ideals that prompted the founding of our university. Like our predecessors, we believe in the potential of education to change lives and societies for the better. We speak with confidence of the transformative power of learning. And so, as this chapter draws to a close, I wish for you, men and women of the class of 2010, these things. May your life be one of wholeness and integrity. May you fulfill the responsibilities of citizenship with gladness and honor. May you find in continuous learning a source of lifelong joy. May excellence be your inspiration and lasting peace your destination. And may the God who brought us together in this place be with you today, tomorrow, and forevermore. Amen. And now will all who are able please stand for singing the alma mater and then remain standing as Professor Dunham offers our benediction.
May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face and the rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the hollow of his hand. Amen.
And now, while the trustees, faculty, and graduates remain standing, I invite the audience to be seated during the recessional. Then we invite you to gather on the quad for refreshments. And now, I declare this 2010 Aurora University commencement ceremony complete.